morning and welcome to our Daily Timothy Time. Today is Tuesday, the 20th of October 2020. My name is Carl and this is Bible Timeline Part 31. The read today, if you've been following with us, will be in the Pauline Epistles, 2 Corinthians 7-9. The audio will be in the description box below. There's a link there. Click on that, you'll hear an audio. Then, if you are reading through the Bible in the year today, quick and easy, Numbers chapter 7. Right, moving on to where we need to be, the nuts and bolts. Bible Timeline Part 31. Enter David. Okay, we're going to be looking at David for a few days, and David's a very, very important Bible character. It's not my goal and intention nor purpose to give you the absolute detail of David, what he did, what he didn't do, etc., etc. That is not my goal. My goal is to point out to you there's three issues we're going to bring up. Well, not issues. There's three points that I'm going to submit for your consideration regarding David. And you know, I've got to keep it quite simple because this is a timeline review. It's not a biography message. So, having said that, today I want to have a quick timeline review up till David. We started off with Adam. We've looked at Adam. Then we went on to Abraham. We've covered Abraham, and there's some very important things to realize about Abraham, the Abrahamic covenant, etc. Then we went on to Moses, and we looked at Moses, and now we're on David. And the issue I want to drive home today, setting the table for where we're going to go in the next few days, is the issue of the circumcision, Israel, and the uncircumcision. I just want to refresh your thinking looking at this timeline. Listen, the Gentiles, the uncircumcision, you got to keep in your frame of reference that they were separate from Israel. Okay, if you go to Colossians chapter 2 verse 13, it says, "And you, being dead in your sins, and the uncircumcision of your flesh hath he quickened together with him, having forgiven you all trespasses." So there's that, you know, in time past, you know, us guys we were like no hopers, eh? And also if you go over to Ephesians chapter 2, it says, "And you hath he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins, where in time past he walked according to the course of the world, according to the prince, the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among whom also we had our conversation in times past, in the lusts of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature children of wrath, even as others. But God, who is rich in mercy for his great love, wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with Christ. By grace are you saved." And then it goes on. So I just want to remind you, refresh your thinking. Hey, the Gentiles were separate. They were the uncircumcision. If we were to be living at that time, we were on the wrong side of that middle wall of partition that went up with Abraham. That's, before we look at David, you need to look at this chart that you're busy looking at now, and just realize that the uncircumcision, they were no hopers. Okay, children of wrath. And if you go and read Romans chapter 1, you will see how God gave, they were, you know, you get there to Genesis 11, God gave them over to, read Romans chapter 1, you will see. So I just want you to see the distinction between the circumcision and the uncircumcision in way of a review. Now, that's quite important to get. Tomorrow we're gonna look at, quite important to get. Tomorrow we're gonna look at David and the throne of David, the throne. And that's going to take us back to the Abrahamic covenant. So we'll have a look at that tomorrow. Anyway, wherever you are in the world listening into this, I trust you will have a good day. And we'll catch up again tomorrow. But until then, take care. Maranatha.